Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is Daily Go Getimism number 858 for February 7th, 2017. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about tax time. It's time for those tax returns. That's right. People get paid right now. It's like the second coming of Christmas. And when you really think about it, as far as the year is concerned, this is actually the first coming of Christmas. It's just that people have accumulated so much debt during Christmas time that now is the time when you are finally paying off a lot of that stuff. So, unfortunately, the flavor of the day is the way it is for many times of the year for my people. Unfortunately, we're going to spend a lot of money right now. The good part is that we're going to actually get a lot of money right now. When it comes to the taxes, when it comes to the IRS, there are so many different points of view, but there really are only a set of right answers. And accountants and people who understand accounting and the tax laws, they really do hold the key. The thing is, the way our people are set up, we don't listen to those people all the time because we really think that this tax time is our chance to get money. And for some of us it is. For people who have that earned income credit, people who are able to claim children on their taxes, they get a lot of money. A lot of times they're almost making more money than they've made on a year. I don't understand, how can you be making between $18,000 and $20,000 a year and you get back $5,000-$6,000 on taxes? No way you paid that much out. But that's a come up for many of us. And when you think about it, I guess it's a come up in that you are receiving a bulk of money. But on the flip side, if you have enough children to be able to get back that much money, what's that telling you? Because you're going to still have to spread that ball around a lot. And what happens is we spend a lot of money during this year. We have big plans for the tax money. Paying off bills, buying a few things that we've probably been wanting for a while, and handling our business. Hood rich. You hood rich for a hot second. And I get to thinking to myself, with all of the stuff that we buy around this time, because people buy new bedroom sets, new living room sets. People buy new cars, not really new cars, but used cars, especially in my city. I live in Philly. And people will hit the auction around this time to try to get a new vehicle. It's something decent because they have money to buy a pretty decent used vehicle, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 that you have at your disposal to be able to get a new car. But the thing is, this is really the worst time of the year to buy a new vehicle. I mean, of course, they're going to put out all of the vehicles right around now because that's a way for these auctions, especially the city auction, to make a lot of money. And people are buying those cars that people have had seized because of impound fees that were never paid, that people weren't able to come get their cars. Now you have to consider, if the city or if the police impounded your vehicle, would you allow a car that was really good to be seized by impound? Would you allow your car to stay there? Probably not, right? But these people do. So these are the cars that we're working with, and you don't get to test drive a vehicle. Now I'm just going to tell y'all straight up and down. You should never buy a vehicle that you didn't test drive. Ever. I don't care what it is. You don't get a chance to drive it, you shouldn't buy it. And at these auctions, you never get a chance to buy to drive the vehicle. Now people take their mechanics to the auctions and they have them look it over and everything. They say, oh, this is a decent car. But there are certain things that you can't tell about a car just by examining it. There's some things that you need to be able to get up on a lift to be able to see. So you can't tell if maybe an axle is broken or tire rides are messed up or something like that. Now you may look at it like, well, these things aren't going to cost you a whole lot of money to fix. The major things are like the engine and transmission. That sounds like the only thing that can cost you money, but then you can the timing belt can mess around and be bad, and you can't see a timing belt by examining a vehicle. You just can't see that. No way. So there's certain things like, anyway, don't buy a car that you can't test drive. Just don't do that. If anything, let some of the cats who buy the cars at the auction buy them off of them and let you test drive it first. That's what I would do. But anyway, these are the things that we buy with the money. All these big flat screen TVs. And you're thinking like, flat screen TVs are getting cheaper and cheaper every year. For the last five to 7 years, we've seen the prices on big screen TVs drop. No, we've gone through the 3D TV era. That was a flop. No, it's like that never happened. Now we're up to 4K. You can get an 84-inch TV now. People will get that and don't even have enough space for it. These are the things that happen at tax time. People are going to go shopping, buying all of these clothes. People buying jewelry. People are getting tattoos. People are partying it up, getting high, getting drunk, throwing parties, going on vacation. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, ain't no money like tax time money, because Christmas time money. Yeah, it does stop. But what if instead of spending all of this money, because most people fool themselves into making themselves think that they're going to take that tax return money, and actually do something decent with it. They're going to save it. They're going to stretch it out. They're going to save it for a rainy day. And it almost never winds up happening that way. But what if we did something different this year? Or at least for 2018, because we're getting such a late start at it right now, I couldn't see it happening. But what if for 2018 we decided as a community, as the black community, what if we decided to pool our money together and do something decent with it? What if we decided to take our money and build up our neighborhoods, do neighborhood cleanup, if that's what we need in some of our neighborhoods? What if we took some of our money and bought some investment properties with the money? Create a way for us to be able to provide decent housing and to be able to gain wealth. Have a goose that lays a golden egg. Or we could take the money, flip the properties, and make money that way. Maybe a small group of investors, a bunch, like 10 people who have received $5,000 for a tax return or something like that. Buy a property, a drug house, a seizure property. Maybe it costs $20,000. But maybe the property is worth $150,000. So on top of the $20,000, put in another $30,000, $50,000 altogether, and you could profit 3 times on the sale. $150,000. You recoup the 50, and you have 100. Flip it again, and this would be a way. This would be a way for you to be able to stop a lot of this gentrification, because you could get affluent black people into your neighborhoods and preserve your neighborhoods. It's just an idea. It's not a slam dunk, but it's an idea. And once you start thinking in this way, and we have to start thinking that way. Wealth building, especially in this era with this administration, we don't have too many options other than to try to make our money work for us instead of waiting on tax return for money that we're working for. especially if you don't have any children to claim on your taxes. You know, we could be making six figures. Y'all know that money that we get back ain't shit. So, you know, we have to do what's necessary in order to improve our future and to move forward and to do the best that we can. And this is one of the ways. You know, I mean, there are endless programs that listen. We live in the hood. We know exactly what we need in the hood that needs to be fixed up. Instead of getting these TVs and all of these clothes and you know, partying and buying these cars that ain't worth shit and buying a lot of things that are taking away our money instead of giving us money. And all we're really doing when we spend all of this money on all of this tax return money is we're performing retail therapy. In other words, we're shopping to make ourselves feel better. Well, we would probably feel a lot better if we had a way to improve our lives. And being able to have an income or being able to build up your neighborhood so other people can enjoy it in the same way that you can is a way that we would be able to do this. So it's just something to think about, y'all. 2018. You know, you have a few friends who get back money from their tax returns. Start thinking in this way. I mean, you don't have nothing to lose. It could really, really work. You know what I'm saying? Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, we talk about tax return time. You know, for some of us, it feels like free money, but it's not free money. This is money that the government really owes you. You know, we think that we're using it. We think that we pay taxes for things like infrastructure and educational programs, welfare programs, and things like that. That's not where that money goes. They take that money and they invest that money. So the IRS is just like a bank, except they won't lend you any money. So if you get enough earned income credit to be able to get back $5,000 to $10,000, and you get enough friends together to pull all of your money together, then you can make your tax dollars do what you want it to do. So you can actually put it towards infrastructure. You can actually put it towards educational programs. Y'all can develop a mentoring program or a tutoring program or whatever. Or for students that y'all know who are advanced, you could put together a scholarship program. There are so many things that you could do with the money, this free money or this money that you got back, whatever. There's so many things that you could do. But we just have to be creative about it. And we gotta want it. I mean, we gotta build this nation. I'm trying to tell you. Not the nation of the United States. Our nation. You know, for us black people who have been maligned. We have to start thinking in a nationalistic mentality. We have to start thinking in a nationalistic way. Because the other way ain't getting us nothing. You see what this current administration is trying to do and what their plans for us are. So we have to have our own plans for ourselves. It's the only way that we're going to get this thing off. Tomorrow night on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Ooh, we got a hot one. We're talking about feeling like the only one that's doing the work. The only one that's doing the work. Is that what it's called? Nah, don't matter. Anyway, we're talking about when things are really, really one-sided. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you're the only one that's putting in any effort? Like at work, you're the only one that really works. You're the only one that does the OT. You're the only one that really cares. You know, in a relationship, you're the only one that tries to make things better. You're the only one that shows the love. You're the only one that tries to improve the relationship. In a club or organization that you're in, you're the only one that makes all of the dates. You're the only one. If you're an officer in the organization, you're the only one that shows up on time, that makes sure that you stay abreast of the agenda. You're the only one that's really, really into this thing. You know, you ever feel like that? I'm sure a lot of y'all have felt like that at some point in time. Even in a friendship, You're the only one that tries to make sure that the friendship is going instead of feeling like you're just two people who know each other. You're the only one that's trying. Feeling like you're the only one that's trying. Tomorrow night on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Calling number is 319-527-6199, just like the Daily Go Getism show. Make sure y'all listen to that every day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Now that's Eastern Standard Time. So in the Central Time Zone, that's going to be 7:30 p.m. So make sure y'all listen to the Urban Therapy with Sun show tomorrow night. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace.